Okay, today we are going to start lesson 2 on unit 2, which is about follow properties of proportion. Follow properties of proportion. Okay, if there is proportional quantities like A and B and C and D, they are proportional. Okay, so we are going to assume that A over B will equal C over D will equal a constant, okay, which is M, for example. Okay, so now A equals BM and C will equals DM. Okay, A will equal just cross multiplication. A will equal BM and C will equal DM. Okay, so if there is one example like this, if A over B equals C over D equals 3 over 4, for example. So this means A will equal 3 over 4 B and C will equal 3 over 4 D. We just will consider that this 3 over 4 is M. Okay? Okay. If it's a greater proportion like A and B and C and D and E and F, so A over B will equal C over D will equal E over F and so on, then it will equal M. So in this case, A will equal BM and C will equal DM and E will equal FM. Okay, let's solve one example related to this rule. Okay, if A and B and C and D are proportional quantities, prove that 2A plus 3C over 7A minus 5C equals 2B plus 3D over 7B minus 5D. Okay, how to prove that? First, it's mentioned in the question that A and B and C and D are proportional quantities, so A over B will equal C over D, so it will equal M. Okay? Then now we are going to get A and B, A and C, sorry. So A equals BM and C equals DM. Okay. Now start with the left hand side, which is this one. So 2A, which is the left hand side. Okay, 2A plus 3C over 7A minus 5C will equal. Now 2A means 2 times A, which is BM, so 2BM. Plus 3C, so 3 times C, which is DM, so 3DM. Over 7A, which is 7BM, minus 5C, which is 5DM. Okay, now it will equal 2BM plus 3DM over 7BM minus 5DM. Now I'm going to take a common factor. Now here there is M as a common factor on the two terms. So M, then a bracket, then the remaining will be 2B plus 3D. Over here also there is M as a common factor. So M times 7B minus 5D. Now we can simplify the two terms, okay? So we can remove this M and this M, so it will equal 2B plus 3D over 7B minus 5D, which is equal to the left hand, the right hand side, right hand side. This one I mean. It's 2b plus 3d over 7b minus 5d. So that's the required to prove this relation. Now this one is clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, great. Then let's solve one more example. A and B and C and D are proportional quantities again. Then prove that A plus C over B plus D equals A squared plus C squared over AB plus CD. Okay, so now again, A over B equals C over D equals M. So A will equal BM, C will equal DM. Okay, then the left hand side, which is equal A plus C over B plus D. Left hand side means the term which is on the left. Okay, the term which is on the left. Okay, so A plus C means A equals BM from this one plus C, which is DM, over B, which is B plus D, also D. So it will equal, now M is a common factor here on the numerator, so M, then bracket, then the remaining will be B plus D over B plus D. So now we can simplify the two terms in the numerator and denominator, so it will equal M. So the left hand side equals M. Now get the right hand side. So right hand side will equal A squared plus C squared over AB plus CD. Okay, so now A squared means BM squared. So B squared M squared plus C squared is DM squared. So D squared M squared over AB, which is A BM. So B squared M plus CD. C equal DM. So times D. So D squared M. Okay, now let's clear this one so that we can continue our solution steps. So now here we have M squared as a common factor, so M squared, then a bracket, B squared plus D squared over. Here also there is M as a common factor, so M times B squared plus D squared, so it will equal, now we can simplify the two terms, numerator and the denominator, B squared plus D squared and B squared plus D squared. So the remaining will be M squared over M, which will equal M. So here the right hand side equals M and the left hand side equals M. So the left hand side and the right hand side are equal. Okay, so this is the proof. Okay, are we clear about that?
Yeah, it's clear.
So do you have any questions till now?
No, thanks.
Okay, great. Let's continue. The next example, if A and B and C and D and E and F are positive proportional quantities, prove that the square root of A squared plus C squared plus E squared over B squared plus D squared plus F squared equals A over B. The square root of this value equals A over B. Okay, so now we said that A and B and C and D are and E and F are proportional quantities. So A over B equals C over D equal E over F, like before exactly. So it will equal M. So the first step now, A, of course, it will equal BM. Then C will equal DM. then E will equal Fm. Okay, now start your solution. First step, it will be the square root of the following. A squared, so this one is squared. B squared M squared plus C squared, so this term squared. D squared M squared. Then plus E squared, which is F squared M squared, over B squared. Okay, do we have B here? No. So B squared plus D squared, so also D squared, plus F squared, F squared. So now, of course, there is a common factor here on the numerator. Okay, so what will be the common factor here? Actually, M squared, M squared, M squared. So it will equal M squared times B squared plus D squared plus F squared over B squared plus D squared plus F squared, and then the square root. Now we can simplify these two terms, all this term with all this term. So the remaining will be the square root of M squared. Okay, so the square root of M squared actually will equal M. Okay, so this term on the left equals M. Now let's check the term on the right, A over B. Okay, let's write it here. A over B equals, actually A equals BM over B, which is B. So we can simplify this B with this one, so it will equal M. So the right hand side equal M, the left hand side equal M. So the two sides are equal. Okay, and actually that was the required to prove in this question. Okay, so any questions till now?
Okay. If sorry, in the first, can I rest the root and take all the bar?
Of course we can't. Okay, why? Because if it's like this, if it's 2 power 2 plus 3 power 2 plus 4 power 2, okay, so this means this one will equal 4 plus 9 plus 16, right?
Right.
So this one will equal the square root of 29. Okay, 4 plus 9
Okay.
is 13 plus 16 is 29. But if we will just remove the square root with the square point, with the square power like this, so in this case you mean that it will equal 2 plus 3 plus 4. So it will equal 9. So of course this is wrong. Okay, we have
Okay.
to finalize first the addition and subtraction, then we can get the value finally after we finalize the addition and subtraction operation, okay, from the square root. Okay,
Okay.
okay, great. Then the next example, if A and B and C and D are proportional quantities, or if A over B equals C over D, if it's given like this, A over B equals C over D, then prove that 5A minus 2C over 5B minus 2D equals 4A plus 3C over 4B plus 3D. Okay, so now the first step, this one will equal M, of course. So A will equal BM, C will equal DM. Now this is my solution key. So now the left hand side will equal, it's this one, the left hand side, the term on the left. So 5A means 5 times BM, so 5 BM minus 2C. C equal dm, so 2dm over 5b. Do we have b here? No, so 5b minus 2d. Do we have d here? No, so 2d. So now it will equal, I'm going to check if there is a common factor or not. So here m and m. So m is a common factor times 5b minus 2d. Okay, over here 5b minus 2d. Now I can simplify both of these two terms by termination, so it will equal only m. Okay, now let's get the other side, which is the right-hand side. Same procedures, it's each time. So the right-hand side equals 4a, so a equals bm, so 4bm. Then plus 3c, plus 3c equals dm, okay, over 4b, we don't have b, so 4b, then 3d, also 3d. Then now the next step, check for the common factor, actually m and m. So here it will equal m, then a bracket, so what will be the remaining here? Only 4b plus 3d over 4b plus 3d. So now we can simplify this by terminating these two terms, so it will equal m. So the right hand side equal the left hand side. So that's the proof, okay, for this question. Now this question is clear also?
Yes, clear.
Okay, great. Then the next point. The next point. We said before from the properties of the ratio that if we will multiply, okay, if we will multiply that one term of the ratios by a number, okay, and of course this number is non-zero number, okay, so the ratio becomes 1 from the given ratios, okay. I mean like if there is 9 over 15 equals 6 over 10 equals 3 over 5. Okay, so if I will multiply one from these ratios by a number, like this one, for example, if I will multiply this one by 2, so it becomes 6 over 10. Okay, check now 6 over 10, it's 1 from the given ratios. Okay, if I will multiply 9 over 15, 9 over 15, for example, times 3, so it will equal 27 over 45. Now, if I will simplify this one, okay, by divide it, for example, by 9, okay, so it will becomes 3, and 45 over 9 means 5, so it becomes a 3 over 5. It's 1 from the given ratios. Okay, okay, so we said that if we will multiply one of the ratios by a non-zero number, okay, of course the two terms, numerator and the denominators, it will never change the value of the ratio, okay, and it will give 1 from the given ratios if they are proportional. Okay, so if I will add all antecedents, we agreed that the antecedents, the numbers which are in the numerator, so 9, 6, 3, 9 plus 6 plus 3 over 15 plus 10 plus 5, 15 plus 10 plus 5, so it will equal 9 plus 6, 15 plus 3 means 18 over 5 plus 10, 25 plus 5, it's a 30. Let's simplify this one. I'm going to divide it by 2. So if I will divide the two terms by 2, it will equal 9 over 15. If I will divide it by 3, 6 over 10. If I will divide it by 6, 3 over 5. So this means this ratio, okay, also the same like all these ratios, 1 from the given ratios. Okay, so let's solve one example so that we can understand exactly what's this point. But before, I will show you one more point. Just just 1 second. If I'm going to add the second two ratios, for example, okay, like this, 3 and 6. So this one is 6 over 10 and the 3 over 5. These two ratios, I mean. If I will add these two ratios, it will equal, okay, 6 and 3. I'm going to add the antecedents over the consequence, 10 plus 5. So it will equal 9. Sorry, this one is 10. I mean, this one is 10. 10 plus 5, it's a 9 over 15. So I just added two ratios from the given, okay? And now I got 9 over 15. Actually, also it's 1 from the given ratios. Let's solve one example so that we can understand this well. This point are clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, great. So let's clear the board and then solve one question. If there is a question like this one, if A over 4 equals B over 5 equals C over 3, prove that A minus B plus C over A plus B minus C will equal 1 over 3. Okay, so in this case, I have two ways of solution. The first one, okay, I can continue solving the question, okay, so that if this one will equal a constant, okay, so that I can get it using this way. Otherwise, I can solve it with different one. Okay. Okay, the first way or the first method which we used before, it was like this. A, it will equal 4m, B will equal 5m, C will equal 3m. Then substitute with these values. A here is 4m minus B, which is 5m, plus C, which is 3m, over A, which is 4m, plus B, which is 5m, minus C, which is 3m. So it will equal 4 minus 5 means a negative 1, plus 3 means 2m, over 4m plus 5 means 9. 9 minus 3 means 6m. So it will equal 2 over 6m. So now we can simplify it, m with m, so it will equal 2 over 6. So simplify 2 over 6, divide the two terms by 2, so it will equal 1 over 3. So it will equal 1 over 3. 1 over 3. So we want to prove that it will equal 1 over 3, and now it becomes 1 over 3. So that's the first way of solution. Okay, there is another way if it's complicated and there are too much variables and numbers on the denominators, not like this simple numbers. Okay, so simply we can solve it using another way. How? Let's check it. I will clear the first method, and then I'm going to solve it using a different method. How? Let's concentrate with me so that we can understand exactly the main point or the main idea in this method. Now here on the top or the numerators, it's A and B and C. We want to get this term A minus B plus C. So if we are going to add the three antecedents, okay, it will becomes like A plus B plus C here, okay? But it's here on this ratio A minus B plus C. Okay, so I want to get this B in a negative. So let's multiply this term, the second term. So multiply the second term, okay, by negative 1. Okay, then add the three ratios, antecedents and the consequence. Okay, so this means now if I will multiply this one by -1, so it becomes a negative b over -5. Sorry, I mean negative b over -5, like this. Okay, then add the antecedents. A plus A, the first antecedent, then the second antecedent, now it becomes a negative b. So A minus b, then plus the last antecedent, which is c, over 4. Don't forget, we multiplied this term by -1, so numerator and denominator. So now this is -5, so 4 minus 5 plus 3. So it will equal A minus B plus C over 4 minus 5 means a -1. -1 plus 3, so it will equal 2. Okay. Then now, what will be the next step? I'm going to check the second term of this ratio, which is A plus B minus C. Now A and B are positive, like on the original ratio, but C becomes a negative, so multiply the third, okay, by -1. So here, multiply the third by -1. And then add the antecedents and the consequence. Okay, now it will becomes like this. A plus B, okay, minus C, because we multiplied this one by -1. Okay, then 4 plus 5, of course, minus 3. 4 plus 5 minus 3. So it will equal what? I'm going to complete the solution in this part. So it will be A plus B minus C, A plus B minus C over 5 plus 4 means 9. 9 minus 3 means 6. Okay, so now this one is one from the given ratios. This one from the given ratios. Okay, so the antecedent of the first will over the second will equal the consequent of the first over the consequent of the second. So this is the first one. So now I can write that the antecedent of this one, which is A minus B plus C over the antecedent of the second, which is A plus B minus C, will equal the consequent of the first, which is 2, over the consequent of the second, which is 6. So simplify it, it will equal 1 over 3. Okay, so check the result now. A minus B plus C, which is this one, over A plus B minus C, which is this one, equals 1 over 3 here. Yes, we want to prove that it will equal 1 over 3. So that's correct 100%. Okay, so are we clear about this point? I'm just
Yeah, it's
changing the
clear, but
form.
the first one is easily.
It's easier. Yes, I know. But in some cases, okay, in some cases, there are some complicated questions. So in this case, we have to use the second method. Okay. So it was easy because here, yes, A will equal 4m, 5m, but maybe here you will find different terms like this. If it's not 4 and 5 and 3, if you will find it x plus y like this. Okay, so you will say that A will equal m times x plus y, so it will becomes very complicated. So in this case, we are going to use this method. We just change the form of the terms, okay, so that it will be on the same form as required in the question. So here, A minus B plus C. Here, B is positive, so multiplied by -1. Simply, right? Okay, are we clear now? Otherwise, you can say that I'm
Yeah,
going
it's clear.
to I'm going to multiply this one by -1, then add the 3 antecedents and the 3 consequents. Okay, let's check another question so that we can understand this method more. Okay? The next question, if it's like this. A plus B, check this one, A plus B over 11 equals B plus C over 9 equals C plus A over 4. Okay, if A plus B over 11 is equal to C plus A over 4, now prove that. Again, this question, if A plus B over 11 will equal B plus C over 9 will equal C plus A over 4. Now prove that. Just 1 second, I have to check the question. Just 1 second. Okay, then prove that A plus B plus C, prove that A plus B plus C over 5A plus 4B plus 3C will equal 6 over 25. Okay, how to solve this question? Actually, like before. But now, here, if I will say that this terms it will equal m, then A plus B will equal 11m, and B plus C will equal 9m, and C plus A will equal 4m, so it will become complicated, right? So what will be the solution here? Like the last question exactly, I'm going to check the antecedents and the consequence. Here, it's A plus B plus C. Okay, now A plus B, B plus C, C plus A. Okay, so I'm going to add the antecedents and the consequence. So A plus B plus B plus C plus C plus A, like this. A plus B plus B plus C plus C plus A over 11 plus 9 plus 4. So it will equal here A and here A, so 2A plus B and B, 2B. Okay, there is no enough space. Let me complete it on the next line. So we said that 2A plus 2B, then plus C and C, so 2C over 11 plus 9 means 20. 20 plus 4, so 24. Now, 2 here on the top is a common factor, so 2 times A plus B plus C over 24. We can simplify it now. So simplify 2 with 24, this means 12. So A plus B plus C over 12. Okay, then let's continue. Are we clear till now?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, great. Then the next step. Now I want to get 5A plus 4B plus 3C. Okay, 5A. Here it's A plus B and B plus C and C plus A. So if I will add them, now it will becomes only, okay, 2A. I want to get 5A. So how to get 5A here? And also 4B. 4B, this means B and B. Okay, so 2B. There is also 2B is missing. And here 3C. It's C and C. So this means also this is 2C. There is one more C. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, in order to get 5A, so simply I will multiply the first ratio, okay? I will multiply the first ratio by 3, okay? Which contains A. So multiply this one, I mean this one, first ratio times 3. And the last also times 2. So now here it will become 3A, and on that last one, it will becomes 2a. So when I'm going to add the antecedents, it will becomes a 3a plus 2a. So this means 5a, which I'm looking for, this one, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's solve with this steps. Okay, let me clear this part, these two lines. We don't need these two lines now. Okay, and keep only the final result. Then check what will be the steps. Just a second, I'm clearing this part of the board. Okay, so now, as I said, we will multiply this term by 3, the first term. So first term times the 3, it was a plus b over 11. So 3a, okay, plus 3b over 33. Okay, add the second term. It will be the same, nothing changed, b plus c over 9. Add the third term. We said that we will multiply it by 2. So 2c plus 2a over 4. Okay, before adding, now these three terms are equal like this. So simply add the antecedents and the consequence. So 3a
The last one is
plus
8. Why is 4?
b plus
The last one.
the last one, it's 8. Yes, sorry. This one have to be 8 exactly. Okay, so now add the antecedents. 3a plus 3b plus b plus c plus 2c plus 2a over 33 plus 9 plus 8. Okay, I will write it here on the side, so it will equal. Now check the terms and add the like terms. So now 3a and 2a, so it will becomes 5a. 3b plus b, so plus 4b. Then c plus 2c means 3c. Okay, over 33 plus 9 means 42. 42 plus 8 means 50. Okay, so now it becomes 5a plus 4b plus 3c, okay, over 50. Okay, actually it's one from the given ratios. So now we got before that from this one, a plus b plus c over 12, and this one, 5a plus 4b plus 3c over 50. So the first antecedent, I mean from these two terms, over the second antecedent will equal the first consequent over the second consequent. So simply we can write it in this form. I will clear the title of the question. No need for this one now, so that we can continue. Okay. Just wait a moment. I'm clearing the board. Okay, let's continue. So the first antecedent over the second antecedent, it will becomes a plus b plus c over 5a plus 4b plus 3c. Then it will equal the first consequent, which is 12, over the second consequent, which is 50. So 12 over 50. Now simplify 12 over 50. It will equal, we can divide it by 2. So it will equal 6 over 50 divided by 2 equal 25. So now it will equal 6 over 25. Okay, check the question. Prove that a plus b plus c, which is right on the top, over 5a plus 4b plus 3c. Yes. equals 6 over 25. Yes, it equals 6 over 25. So that's the proof. Okay, now this one is clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, great. Do you have any questions related to this point?
No, no.
Okay, great. Then the next question. If a plus 4b, a plus 4b over x plus 2y will equal 4b plus 7c over 2y plus 5z, then it will equal 7c plus a, 7c plus a over 5z plus x. Okay, now it becomes more complicated. It's not like a over b equals c over d, then it will equal m. It's not that easy, right? So in this case, we have to use the second method. Okay, so here in this question, prove that a over 2b equals x over y. Okay, prove. How to solve this one? Check, okay, the terms on the numerators, I mean the antecedents. Okay, so let me change this color. Yes, here we want only on the numerator a. Here we have a and 4b and 4b and 7c and 7c and also a. So how to get only a? Okay, check the second term, this one. Okay, check the second term here, 4b and 7c. Okay, then there is here one 4b and here one 7c. Then the remaining will be a. Okay, so 4b here on the first ratio is positive, and here 7c is positive. So 4b and 7c on the middle also positive. So if I will multiply the middle term by -1, so 4b and 7c will becomes a negative. Then after adding the three ratios, 4b and the -4b will becomes 0, and 7c and -7c also will becomes 0. So the remaining will be 2a. Okay, 2a is better than all this, better than a and 4b and 7c and all this. Then we can deduce this number 2. Okay, we can then simplify it with any other value. So let's multiply the middle term by -1 and add the antecedents and the consequence. Okay, so here now it will equal a plus 4b, the first one. Then the second ratio, I told you, you will multiply it by -1. So it will becomes a -4b minus 7c. Then plus 7c, the last one, plus a. Then over x plus 2y, it's without any change, x plus 2y. Then the middle term, we will multiply it by negative. So negative 2y minus 5z plus the last one, 5z plus x. Okay, great. Now add and subtract the like terms, a and a. So it will equal 2a. Then 4b positive, 4b negative means 0. Negative 7c, positive 7c also means 0. So the remaining terms also only here 2a over x, and there is also one more x, so 2x. And then the remaining terms, positive 2y, negative 2y, so 0. Negative 5z, positive 5z, also 0. So it will equal only 2a over 2x. Okay, that's great. Then the next one, I want only to get here x on the top. Okay, x. Okay, it will be equal x over y. A over 2b equals x over y. Okay, then how to get this one now, how to get only this term. It's only 2b here in the denominator. Okay, how to get this 2b from all these terms? Actually, it's very easy. Now I want to remove a and c, okay, and only keep b. Okay, so to remove a and c, here there is one c, 7c here, and here also 7c, and on the first one a, and on the last one a. So it's very easy now to multiply the last term by -1 and then add the antecedents and the consequence, so that we will remove c and a. Okay, so let's try. Add the antecedents and the consequence. The first one, okay, like this, and the second one like this, without any change. So a plus 4b plus 4b plus 7c, okay, minus, because we will multiply the last one this time, 7c minus a over x plus 2y, x plus 2y. So in this case, x plus 2y, then plus 2y, the middle one, 2y plus 5z. Then don't forget, we multiplied the last one by -1 this time. So negative 5z minus x. Okay, so it will equal. Now check the like terms, a, negative a, so 0. 4b plus 4b, so 8b. Then 7c, negative 7c means 0. Then over x minus 5. Do we have any questions till now?
The voice is cut.
Okay, again. So I said that we have to multiply again. We will multiply the last term by -1. Okay, then add the antecedents and the consequence. Now, a plus 4b plus, I mean, this term on top, the first one, the antecedent of the first term, a plus 4b plus 4b plus 7c. Then we multiplied this one by -1, so minus 7c minus a over x plus 2y plus 2y plus 5z minus 5z minus x, because we multiplied this term by -1. Okay, then we will simplify this a with -a means 0. I mean these two terms. Okay, and positive 7c and negative 7c means 0. Then the remaining will be 4b plus 4b, which is 8b, over x and negative x and the denominator 0. 5z and negative 5z means 0. So the remaining will be only 2y plus 2y, which is equal 4y. So now this is the first ratio. This one is the second. From these two ratios, so that we will get the first antecedent over the second antecedent, which is 2a over second antecedent, which is 8b, will equal, okay, the first consequent, which is 2x, over the second consequent, which is 4y. Okay, now simplify this one. 2a, I'm going to clear this part from the board so that we can continue the simplification of this question. Okay, just 1 second, I'm clearing the board. So now which will be 2a over 8b equals 2x over 4y. Now simplify these numbers. 2 and 8 means 2, I will divide by 2, so 1, and 8 by 2, so 4. Okay? And this one, 2 and 4. Okay? So this means I will simplify this one. It will be 1, and this one will be 2. Now, simplify also this 2 and this 4. So 2 equal 1, 4 equal 2. So this means a over 2b will equal x over y, which is the required in this question. Prove that a over 2b equals x over y. Now this question is clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, any questions till now?
No.
Okay, great. Okay, let's continue to the next question. The next question, fx over a minus 2b equals y minus, y over b minus 2c. So it will equal z over c minus 2a. Then prove x plus 2y, x plus 2y minus z over 3a minus 5c will equal y plus 2z over b minus 4a. Okay, how can we solve this one? Actually, like before, exactly. Now check the terms. Here we have x, y, z, and on the numerator here, or the antecedent here, x plus 2y minus z. So this y becomes 2y on the other ratio. So I have to multiply this one by 2. Then the last one, it was z and becomes a negative z. So I have to multiply this term by negative 1. So the second term, multiply second, okay, by 2, and multiply third by negative 1. Okay, then add. So the first one will be the same, x. Then the second antecedent, y, we will multiply this one by 2, sorry. So plus 2y, plus 2y. Then this z, we said that we will multiply this term by negative 1, here by negative 1, and here times 2. Okay, so minus z over a minus 2b, the first antecedent, it will be the same, a minus 2b. The second antecedent, we multiply it by 2, so 2b plus 2b minus 4c, because we multiply 2 to the two terms. Then the last one, we multiply it by negative 1, so negative c plus 4a. Okay, so in this case, it will equal x plus 2y minus z over, then simplify these terms. Now a and 4a, okay? So that, let's check it again. It's here a minus 2b, then this one multiplied by 2, 2b plus, 2b minus 4c, okay? The last one times a negative 1, so negative c, okay? Yes, minus or positive. Yes, positive. Negative times a negative means positive. 2a times 1. So this is positive 2. Why 4? I was mistaken in this one. So this is plus 2a. Okay, let's continue. So a plus 2a means 3a. And then negative 2b and negative 2b means 0. Okay, negative 4c minus c means negative 5c. So this is the first one. Then the next one. Okay, the next one now. How to get this term? I want to get, I already got on the numerator here on the first one, x plus 2y minus z. This one I mean. Then what about the second one? Okay, the second one. Here I wanted to get y plus 2z. Okay, y plus 2z. So here I have y. I will change the color so that I can point to it. Here y and here z. I want to get y plus 2z. So can I multiply this term by 2 and then add them? Yes. So add them now. Y plus, we multiplied the third by 2, so 2z over. The first will be the same, b minus 2c, b minus 2c. Then the third by 2, so plus 2c minus 4a. Okay, so it will becomes equals y minus, y plus 2z, y plus 2z over, here check the like terms, here b, there is no b, okay, so also only it will equal b, okay. Then negative 2c, positive 2c means 0. Then the last term, negative 4a, so negative 4a. Now clear, so this is the relation 2. Okay, now clear part of the board like this so that we can continue. One second, I'm still clearing the board. So this is 2, as we said, this one. Okay, 2. From 1 and 2, the first antecedent, okay, which is x plus 2y, x plus 2y minus z, over the second antecedent, which is y plus 2z, y. Actually, it's finished. We don't need to do this. Okay, 1 equal 2. So x plus 2y minus z over 3a minus 5c. Check number 1. It's finished. Okay, it will equal this one. And number 2, okay, so it will be the same, y plus 2z over b minus 4a. So the two ratios are equal and the question is finished. I thought that we have to get it in the form of the first antecedent over the second antecedent equal the first consequent over the second consequent. So that now, guys, the first one, x plus 2y minus z over 3a minus 5c will equal, this is number 1, will equal y, number 2, y plus 2z over b minus 4a, b minus 4a, which is already required in the question here. Okay, so this one is clear?
Yes, clear.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, great. Actually, that was the last question in this lesson. So right now we finished lesson 2.